We're
Yo, what is going on? What is going
back.
on, everybody? It's good to be back. At the same time,
Dude,
fuck the flu.
these these wrestling pay-per-views have held this show hostage, man.
Pretty much.
Like, what the hell?
Well, Tyler, not just that, and yeah, for those who have not I would have put this something out a little bit sooner. Yeah, for those who are wondering, yes, I was out for over a week. Not because,
Oh,
yes,
you were
it was
sick like a fucking dog, too.
yes, it was the holidays, but B also had the fucking flu.
Yeah.
Out of all times in my life, that's the fucking freaking last winter. I had to go through bronchitis last winter, and now I had the fucking flu. I had the flu the last past week. Honestly, Ryan, I feel fantastic.
Yeah, but
I might have a dry cough here and there.
Trust me when I say this, because he often FaceTimed me all last week. Like every day he's FaceTiming me, like, yo, I'm sick, bro, and coughing up a lung, hacking up a lung. I'm like, trust me when I tell you this man sounded like and he looked like he ran through a brick freaking wall 50 billion times repeatedly. Like it was bad.
Well, like I said, I might have like I said, I'm gonna have an occasional dry cough here and there.
Yeah, but that's like at the tail end of the shit. So it's like,
well, it's not as bad as before.
No, you're as close to 100% as 100% can be. You're still gonna have that dry cough, but it's about it.
At least I can. But yeah, ooh, hello. Excuse me about that.
No, it's carbonation, whatever.
But yeah. So yeah, hope everyone had a safe and healthy holidays. Hopefully,
and that was also another reason why we didn't stream at all last week. It was the holidays, man. You know, and that's why we didn't do Raw this week, NXT or Dynamite, was because the holidays.
Christmas.
It's Christmas. Spend time with your families. Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
But now that Christmas is over, we can go back to our regularly scheduled programming. But we will not be live on New Year's.
Yeah.
Because for one, Ghoulie is not going to be available because he'll be spending time with family. And plus, it's New Year's.
So I mean, yeah.
I'm probably going to be doing the same thing. I'll probably be chilling in the living room with like my parents watching New Year's Rockin' Eve like I always do.
Even though Hasbro has not really been the same over the years. I mean,
but there's a country version as well that they can't come out with. So I watched that last year. It hit. So
but anyway, so as we're always asked me to say, it's good to be back after having over a week and a half off.
And plus we feel like rejuvenated now because we don't have that burnout. We were eager to come back. So
knowing me, for those who have not had the flu, you guys are the lucky sons of bitches.
The thing is, though, shockingly enough, I didn't get a flu shot this year. Didn't even catch the flu.
I mean, I had to because when you're working in healthcare.
Yeah, when you're working in healthcare, you're more susceptible.
That's a whole.
And me, I just sit in my house all the fucking time. So it's
that's also true. So yeah, in my 27 years of life, this is the first time I ever had the flu, and also had the bronchitis last year. And for those who who saw me having bronchitis, go back to the last episode of the All-Star Sports Show where I could not even get through a fucking sentence without coughing.
He goes to say something, and then he's like in a full minute of like a coughing fit. I'm like,
like this is the last time. This is gonna be like the last episode before And it
ended up being the last episode, period. Because we haven't done an All-Star Sports Show.
Yeah, because we've been very booked.
We've been booked with a lot of shit, so we just canned it.
Anyways, Try to get the topics written down for this week.
Oh yes, I do. I have my little booklet here. I just gotta open the page. I fucking took the pen out like an idiot. All right. Dude, yeah, shut up. All right. The first topic at hand here, Kushida has left TNA.
Really? No, that again, that should tell you.
The TNA axed his initiative. Hold on. TNA axed his initiative with Kushida's dual TNA and New Japan deal because of Scott D'Amore's departure. So he
And
was on that last part of his contract, his dual contract with New Japan, because that his deal was because of Scott D'Amore. The New Japan trusted Scott D'Amore, but then they fired him, and the
we
deal
know
just came up.
how that went down between the.
That was messy for a little bit, but Kushida will return to New Japan full time because of this. So my take on it is, we all know where we stood initially with Scott D'Amore, but Kushida's gonna be missing TNA, man, because that was
especially in
great.
the X division.
Oh, he killed it in the X division, killed it.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's still going to kill it with New Japan.
Yeah, because again, he's a New Japan guy first and foremost.
Oh yeah,
he's always been great to the home fans over there in Japan. So he'll be fine over there.
Even though I'm going to miss even though I still like it, still like his gimmick though, the time splitter. Little paying a little homage
it
to.
It kind of gives me like a Japanese version of Marty from fucking.
That's kind of the idea.
That's sick. I like that.
So Ty, I don't know if you have this in your notes, but this came out earlier this morning. Earlier this morning, around 10 a.m. this morning. That Jordynne Grace is expected to end TNA stint at the Genesis pay-per-view, which we kind of understood. We kind of knew
that's expected. That's why, for one, I wasn't up this morning, and two, I kind of expected it going into that because the reason why she's letting her contract expire in 2025, in January 2025. And people are saying, oh, she's going to be in the Rumble. She is, but she's not going to be in the Rumble as a TNA girl. She's going to be a damn WWE wrestler at that point, which is going to be awesome because she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it.
And the fact of the kind of the reactions that she's gotten when she made her jump, well, technically, quote unquote, jump.
When Rob initially told me she was at the Rumble, I was taking a fucking nap.
Yeah, I had to wake this man up from his fucking nap.
No, you didn't wake me up. I was up. I got up randomly because my eye, my body was rejuvenated at that point, so it got up. I read your text, and I go, "Oh shit!" I turned on my TV so fucking quick. I went to Peacock so quick, and lo and behold, she was in the fucking ring duking it out with Naomi. I'm like, God damn, she's there.
And it's kind of funny too. Like we also have a bit of some not say like story continuation, but we also have a little callback. Before this is what after Naomi left.
This was like right after she left because her final feud was ironically enough against Jordynne Grace because it was like who was the better babyface champion at that point.
Yeah,
and Naomi at that point was known by her government, which was Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
And, Trinity dropped the belt to Jordynne, which, had her
which kind of signaled
return to the company of WWE. So, ironically enough, that was her final feud. So, in a way, it was like a slight continuation to end it off.
And, once Jordynne Grace makes that jump to WWE full time, the 28-year-old will finish her tenure as the first Knockouts Triple Crown winner, win the Knockouts title, the Knockouts Tag Team title, and the Digital Media Championship.
Yeah, that was during that time where she was beating the shit out of Matt Cardona with a fucking keyboard.
Yeah, I forgot. Hilarious. That was funny as hell.
That was hilarious.
I said, man, I wish she didn't beat him with the space bar. I'm excited to see what now the question is, like, if she does, like, do you automatically put her on the main roster, or do you just
yeah. If the reason why I would put her in the main roster, go back to that Royal Rumble.
That is also
to the pop she got.
You ain't kidding.
Also, her matches in NXT when she was there, I'm like, there's nothing to really develop. Yeah, her promos are kind of iffy.
But that's good.
But I mean, if that's all that she has to, fix.
I mean, she put on 2 banger matches with Roxanne Perez. I mean, the fact that the second time around had her earring ripped out at the same time.
It wasn't her. Her earring went on, but to me, I feel like that's Roxanne's fault in a way because she was wearing fishnet.
Well,
and the earring got caught in the fishnet,
which is unfortunate because I mean, most of the women in WWE are like wear like clear tights to avoid canvas burn. What's going on, John Ellie? But I appreciate you the well wishes when I was out for a week with the damn flu, so I appreciate that.
John L's been fucking awesome to us.
I mean, shooting.
He's shown us a lot of love, man. Showing us a lot of love, and like Rob said, I appreciate you checking on the homie.
Oh yeah,
when he was sick. So,
and also too, I want to give a quick congratulations to Dana Brooke, who actually got married over the weekend.
Hell yeah.
I know. Side note: it seems like the Christmas time and New Year's, everyone is getting fucking married. What is that all about,
brother? You know what it is, bro? It's cuffing season, brother.
And again, yeah, that is true. I mean, at least I got some room to talk about it, and I'm like, you on the other hand, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, pick on the single motherfucker, okay? Pick on the single motherfucker.
Damn. It still feels good to take a shot at you after being away for over a week.
That was a fucking low blow, man. Nah, I'm all good being single. I don't give a fuck.
But I mean, yeah, that was like I said. It ain't a sports and wrestling connection show.
Dude, I was unblocked, okay? I was unblocked. You need to jab me square in the face.
Yeah, you did. You just took it
square in the face, Rob. You just went in the face.
But like I said, it ain't no sports and wrestling connection type of show or play-by-play without it. Someone you getting taken a shot at.
It's always me. I'm the punching bag.
Yeah, that's also true. But I mean,
in a real fight because my disability, I am a punching bag.
Well, yeah, like I said, congrats to Ash by Elegant. Even though it's still kind of that name's still kind of growing on me because it's like
Ash by Elegance. I think it's a good name for because she's got that smarmy, I'm prettier than you gimmick or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, it's like a $1 million princess type of thing.
$1 million princess gimmick thing. It's a good gimmick. I like it.
And
also, I'm gonna put her over again. Her matches in TNA have been pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and that's very surprising coming from it.
Pretty fucking good. Yeah, there's some things that she still kind of messes up at times.
But
and there's occasions where she looks a little bit stiff, with selling or some of the moves she gets. But all in all, she looks better than her WWE run. Way fucking better.
So I want to actually kind of read this out a little bit. So TNA star Ash Elegant's real name Ashley Sabera announced on social media that she got married on December 12th to Ulysses Diaz back down in Miami. Saying, quote, "Tale as old as time, what imagine." Credit to her for putting over Beauty and the fucking Beast. One of the I'm sorry. That's just
honestly put over that movie. That movie's
even though it's like the same without Mrs. Potts. I mean, now they're here or without the late Angela Lansbury, which when she fucking hurts.
Died, I'm like, yeah, the world.
So I said, yeah, this year can fuck off.
You took her, yeah, fuck you.
Especially the last. I'm going to say this too. Like I feel like the last year and a half, like the wrestling world has a lot of shit taken away from us.
It's not just the wrestling world, but it's like the entertainment world too that gets taken. Like
that's like what the fuck.
I couldn't even play fucking the new Indiana Jones game without fucking shedding a tear. You know who's in that bitch?
Who?
Tony Todd's in that shit.
Oh yeah, Venom.
Final roles
or the Candyman.
I'm like, motherfuckers. So he died this year.
See that too.
Who else died this year?
I mean, oh Lord,
died. But let's get out of the somber note. You got any more notes or?
But also, oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Oh yes, big up to
Maxine Dupree finally getting engaged in Mexico.
Married. She got.
Even though it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Even though she's one of those funny. You can tell, like, she has a really great, funny sense of humor.
Oh my
even
God,
follow her on social media, even on TikTok.
Honestly, she'd be she'd be that person I'd love to freaking be friends with.
Yeah, I mean, not
I'd
just
love to be
that.
friends with Maxine.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
love
and then she goes not just the, like the friend vibe, but also she kind of gives off that big sister vibe as we see on WWE
her and
TV.
Otis has that. Her being that big sister vibe, that big sister to Otis, dude, or that little sister to Otis because she's younger than Otis. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome, man, dude. I would honestly and legitimately in real life, not because of the storyline, she's the face and she's supporting her crew and stuff like that, and being the sister type. She seems that way in real life too. She loves to support others.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it. I love
And
it.
it's kind of crazy too for her to come a long way after fans gave her a lot of shit, which still kind of pisses me off.
It pisses me off, but she took that and got better, which I'm proud of her for that. She took it, got better, and we watched her grow into what she is now.
So sticking with TNA a little bit. So Kushida's not the only one that's leaving the company. Not Kushida and Jordan Grace are not the ones are not coming back to TNA. So according to some of the other stars as well, Hall of Famer Rhino worked his last TV teams during the weekend, said his goodbyes. Jay Chung, who I have
You put her over on Twitter exponentially,
and she also has opted not to renew her deal. So
I see her. I see her in WWE as an announcer.
I mean,
I see it.
The question is, where would you put her? Obviously, put her on NXT.
But then where would you put?
I think that
What's his face?
Mike Rome.
Mike Rome. Where'd you put him?
Son of a bitch. Or would you put him back? No.
I would.
Or would you make Jay Chung a backstage reporter?
I would put Jay Chung as like one of the backstage reporters.
Because
honestly, I would put her backstage reporter, because Jackie Redmond's not there all year because during
she also does hockey too. So I mean,
when it's hockey season, she's not there.
Just what's that? What Jackie's what SmackDown?
Hold on, because she's doing work for TNT. For TNT and NHL, so I will put her on Raw during hockey season.
And then I can see that.
And then I would have her be one of the panel for like the pre-shows.
I was going to say this too, though. I mean, like, could you ever see her at one point pair her with Lillian on Raw so she can get that more of that rub from one of the girls?
I don't know.
I don't
know if they'll ever do like a 2 announcer setup. Like they wouldn't.
Would you put? No, because I would say you can't. I don't know if you can put her on commentary, but I don't think that would work.
No, that would not work. That would not fucking work. I think
I say the backstage
best fit for her is like during the winter months.
Yeah, that makes sense.
During the winter months when hockey season's in play, do the backstage thing, and then put her on the pre-show during the rest of the year.
Couple more. Also according from PW Insider, that her husband Josh Alexander, the Walking Weapon, is also leaving the company in February 2025, and is also good God. I don't feel bad for TNA. It's like, I mean, you're got some.
TNA's losing a lot of talent, but now this is where the test comes into play for TNA. What can you do to rectify it? What can you do to really re-bolster that roster? Because you're losing Jordan Grace at the end of the year.
You're losing
Josh Alexander. You're losing Jay Chung, who is a great ring announcer.
You lost Kushida back
to New Japan.
Also transcended into part of the company.
Also, another one that's set to expire at the end of the year, AJ Francis. You're losing him.
I think he call me crazy, but I think he stays. I think he stays with TNA.
I don't think you're crazy.
I'll be shocked if he comes back.
Honestly, he deserves an extension. I will keep putting over AJ because AJ he's gotten better.
Oh, he has.
He's gotten better in the ring.
Now, here's my thing. The one thing that I feel like if it's going to kill TNA is when Joe Hendry leaves.
When Joe Hendry leaves, like
that TNA's done.
TNA is.
And I hate to
I don't
say
think
that
TNA is done per se because there's still a lot of talent, like well-known talent, like Nick Nemeth is there, AJ Francis is there, Rich Swan's there. Who else?
We still got PCO. Could you imagine how funny
beloved.
that would be? Call me crazy, but could you imagine how funny it would be if WWE pursued PCO? You know how funny that would be?
I don't think it'd be funny. It'd be like it wouldn't be funny. It'd be more shocking. It'd be like more like a holy shit moment. Because this man has not been on WWE programming since the 90s.
Yes.
Like mid-90s.
Since when he was with Jacques Rougeau as the part of the Canadian Mounties or whatever the fucking tag team.
It would be more of like a holy shit moment for like the older generation of, fans. Or whoever like pays attention to that history.
I mean, this is the same guy in his mid-50s hitting fucking clean moonsaults. Like, what are we talking about?
I don't know how he fucking does it. He's like in his mid-50s. Like,
it's also kind of crazy too that I could see Stephanie Lander at some point making the jump. But then again, it was at a bit of a reach.
Back to WWE?
If she decides to make the jump.
Honestly, all I've got to say is if she does go back to WWE, they better book her better. Because that first
I forgot about you know what? I completely forgot.
I
completely forgot about that. Wait, honestly. And then here's the thing, look, and I love TNA as much as the next person, but I'm really concerned for this company. With a lot of the talent that is leaving.
I'm not. Again, I'm not. There's a reason why that I'm not, is because there's still some amazing talent that you can afford to lose a few talent. Like there's like, if you look at it, you lost Kushida, you're losing Jordan, you're losing Josh, and you're losing Jade, and you're potentially going to lose AJ if you don't resign, which we think he's going to resign. So it's really, if things that are going to go the way that we think it's going to go, 4 people are leaving, only 4.
Because I think for me and Tyler, their biggest heavy hitter, if he decides to leave, that's Joe Hendry.
I think your biggest heavy hitters are as follows. I think if Joe Hendry leaves, if Nick Nemeth leaves, if Steve Macklin leaves,
Steve McLean,
yes, Steve Macklin. But we call him Steve McLean because of fucking Santino and that funny motherfucker. And also, if you're gonna lose talent like that, you need to sign some great fucking talent because
those talents are sometimes
hard to come by. Those are hard to come
by. Hard to come by, but at the same time they're hard to replace.
Yeah, they're hard to replace for sure. But the thing is, though, I think what's gonna keep TNA on point is this partnership with NXT.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of things you could do with that. You don't necessarily have to sign talent from WWE. You can use them. You just have to ask them, can we use your talent for this show? And of course, it's a partnership. You know how Triple H is. You know how Shawn Michaels is.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, have them more exposure, the better. Like look at what they've been doing. AJ Styles to Japan for I think like Marufuji show.
And you also got Shinsuke Nakamura
going against Marufuji
with the U.S. title at Pro Wrestling Noah.
It was Pro Wrestling Noah, and then you had fucking Io Sky go over to Japan
to Marigold.
You signed one of Marigold's own. So not only were you giving them a match with Io Sky, you were scouting Julia.
This is this man's crush over here.
Not gonna lie, it's true. And she's pretty as hell. Okay? She's pretty. Really? Don't get me wrong, she's pretty.
And that's the thing too. It's like it's just not Japan too. Like you also look at some talent in Mexico. Hello, Stephanie Vaquero.
That's Stephanie Vaquero from Mexico. CMLL. One of the greater talents.
Then you brought in Zarya for a good Lord.
They brought in Zarya, who was Delta in Australia.
And now it looks like we're going to see the debut of Pentagon or I don't know what they're gonna, or I don't know what he's gonna be known because he's been called so many fucking names over the.
It was like at one point he's like Pentagon Junior, then he's Penta El Cerro Miedo. I'm like,
And it's like Penta Dark. It's like dude.
Penta this, Penta. I'm like, Jesus.
I was like, I mean, I get it.
I thought fucking John Morrison was bad with the shit.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Yeah, John Morrison.
Yeah, John Morrison, Johnny
Mundo, Johnny this, Johnny that. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's like, dude,
you got like a billion last names now.
But it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like it is really crazy. Well, crazy how we're seeing. WWE is actually, kind of funny. I would say the last year and a half has been nothing short of amazing. If I'm going to be completely honest, I mean, the fact we had TNA come back, even though nowadays I haven't been kind of hit and miss with it because it's like,
Honestly, I haven't been watching it because, of course, YouTube TV doesn't have Access TV, which is bullshit. Also, I'm not using, Rob's TNA Plus for live because, you can only do one per stream.
Yeah.
So we kind of.
I've been kind of. I've been
slowly. It was kind of like I don't know. I don't even know if we even still do the fucking stream.
Not real. I mean,
we got in that case, we just canceled the shit.
And it sucks because it's like
it was entertaining for a while, and it's still entertaining at times.
But the problem is, it's like I would have because here's the thing: I'm not as awkward as I like to do stuff on my own. The problem is, it's usually doing wrestling stuff on my own, and I get look and
it's always these watch parties when you're like watching on your own.
Like you
have a tendency to just watch and not say a word,
and that's why it's like this is why I always liked having Tyler, for like TNA because like
yeah, that's why we kind of soft canceled it in a way, but.
Well, we also had some good news too. So, Shannon, I don't know, Tyler. I don't know if you saw that Ariana Grace announced her engagement to Stax.
Congratulations to her and Stax.
Even though I still don't like her character on TV.
I do. She's awesome. I love her and Grace. She's awesome. And I also like Stax, which also it's fitting.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Stax. Let's bro, the D'Angelo family's in his own right. It's just been fucking money down in NXT.
I just love how every time there's a match, his first thought is like, use his crowbar, kill this man. It's hilarious.
Shout out my girl Kayla. So far,
what's up?
We saw. Hold on, I'm having a fucking great. Now I just have a first stream back, and I have a fucking brain fart.
Hold on. I got you covered, okay?
Thank you.
You're getting brain rot right now, so chill. All right. So
sorry.
That's also a bounce back diss for you dissing me being single.
Yeah, Karma is a bitch, ain't it? So I mean, yeah, so that's
Karma's a bitch, ain't it, Rob? But so who got engaged? Great question. Maxine Dupree got engaged. Ash by Elegance got engaged.
She actually got fully married after 3 years.
Fully married. And then
they got Ariana Grace.
Ariana Grace and Stax from NXT got engaged. So 3 engagements in like one freaking week, apparently.
It's entire said it best too. It's like the best time to get married is around the New Year, somehow Christmas and New Year's.
Christmas, New Year's, bro. That's how it happens.
Also, speaking of WWE, I started cracking up to this like, who told Punk it was okay to come out in a shower cap and a fucking towel?
Listen, it's funny, okay? He wasn't ready. He saw that somebody was getting beat up, and it's realistic. If you see like a friend getting beat up, you're dropping everything. I don't even give a shit. If you're even in the fucking shower, you ain't even putting clothes on. You're duking it the fuck out naked for all we fucking care for a buddy, okay? That's how friendships go, Rob, okay? You won't fight
that. Yeah, that is true. That towel was holding.
You won't fight somebody buck ass the fuck naked,
dude.
If you weren't even having clothes on because you were taking a shower.
No, because here's the thing: if that were the case, people was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like that would be the question that someone would ask. That is true.
He literally was grabbing the towel and he's like punches like, oh shit, and he grabbed the towel.
Dude, could you imagine how bad embarrassing that would have been?
Imagine he starts throwing a punch and the towel just drops.
Yeah.
In front of that many people, I would be embarrassed.
And it's also kind of crazy too. Listen, I'll give Punk. Like I know that not must have been the. No, I know deep down that's probably the most embarrassing you probably. Because here's the thing, like you would expect nobody to be in that situation. Because first of all, you ain't seen my fat ass doing that, so I know
you ain't seeing me do that either. Fuck that, my pale dude. You would be. Here's the thing,
dude. I'll be scarred.
Bro. I am skinny as fuck for one. That's scarring is enough. Okay,
dude, you're fucking. Well, then again, I shouldn't say shit.
You would just see a white ass skeleton go down the ramp.
I was like, damn, talk about a bony bastard.
Bony fucking bastard. That's
what a bones.
And also too, you would be blinded by how white I am.
Like I said, I'll give Punk a tremendous amount of fucking credit because good lord,
because he's real. I'm telling you, he's real. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kayla. If it was a friend, if it was a fucking friend, and you're in the shower and you see them getting jumped outside the fucking window from your shower, you're not grabbing clothes. You're running outside that bitch.
Well, then again, no one helped me and Towers
help your fucking friend.
Here's another thing too. If me and Tyler ever happened that someone's eating shit on the way if we trip up,
it would be me.
Then again, no one me. I'll definitely
fucking trip over like a fucking lip from a fucking sidewalk and whoop.
Dude, you purposely just trip it, and then you just go launch and say whoop.
I would be trying to do that trajectory. I trip, I jump, and I try to land on that motherfucker.
That's it. But I mean, still. Then again, we've seen some crazier shit than in the world of wrestling. Hell, for the love of God, I mean, Edge and Christian, anybody in the early to mid 2000s when they had their towels yanked off?
No, that wasn't Edge and Christian.
No, that
was Christian and Chris Jericho. Because remember, and what was weird about that segment too, it wasn't just that. They were literally rubbing their privates in the storyline in butt paste, Rob. Butt paste.
Now you know why I want to forget about that.
It was the thing about that was the Ruthless Aggression era. Okay, that shit was weird.
I mean, look,
edgy for the sake of being edgy. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the people want back for Netflix. That's why I'm saying no, don't fucking do that. That was just edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Ooh. But yeah, and that's then again, I shouldn't say shit because I'm on my God. Y'all can roast me all you want. I'm on my third full watch through of ECW 2006.
You've watched it 3 separate times, Rob.
Yeah, dude. When I tell you I'm bored,
roast you.
If I wanted to torture myself,
Rob. You just admitted that you watched 2006 ECW 3 separate fucking times and 3 separate watch throughs.
Yeah, I'm on my 4th one right now.
And you expect people not to roast you?
I mean, look, at least the only good part about it is at least
whoever's in here, comment and roast the fuck out of this man.
Shoot, look, I'll full admit it. Like roast the only time I
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Roast this man.
Shoot, the only thing good I saw on my screen was fucking Ariel anytime of the damn week. She could bite me for all.
She was gorgeous. Okay, she's
I tell you, even though I will admit it is. It is really weird to see a 19-year-old Kelly. God, and yes, for those ones, yes,
uncomfortable as hell. It's uncomfortable as hell to watch. Like literally, her first gimmick was an expose gimmick.
Yeah, and now
let me explain to you in simple terms what expose is. Kelly in storyline was a fucking stripper.
Yeah,
and she was
speaking of that.
She was 19. Legit.
So
19.
I'm at the point of season 1 of ECW 06. Does anybody remember Extreme Strip Poker back then on the ECW 06?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Typical Vince McMahon shit.
I was like, yeah, it's like this.
That's what Vince McMahon was doing back in the day. I remember.
Even though Mike Bennett, Mike Bennett got himself.
Like I said before, it was bad back then.
Yeah.
Like, the whole HLA nonsense they were doing in 2002.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be seeing that throughout our retro watch.
The whole fucking Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie feud.
Oh God,
that went from them hating each other to a segment where they're about to have sex.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
and then they're back to hating each other. I'm like, that's a Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah, like WWE, obviously from the early to mid 2000s.
Also, another thing too. Edge's entire 2006 run.
Yeah.
Rest my case.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, shoot.
If you know, you know. If you know,
yeah, why not go into much detail? And this is why I say me and Tara are so thankful we're in the year 2024.
That shit's over. We're thankful that shit's over. I'm telling you.
Now, I don't mind like some of the edgy shit. Like, I mean, wish we see blood come back.
Like, here's the thing. I've always said this. When they initially announced that, Raw was going to Netflix and they're going to be slightly edgier than before, I expected, okay. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. I had to fucking nowhere. But I expected, okay, we got blood back. That's fine. We got blood back. And I expect, Raw to be slightly edgier since they're on Netflix. They're not going to lose the PG rating, which people are like, oh, it's going to be still PG. I wanted the Attitude Era. I wanted the... Trust me. As guys who lived through all that shit, you don't want that back in 2024. Trust me.
I mean, shoot, take it from me for someone who's lived through the fucking Attitude Era.
Oh my God. And I had to sit through... Dude, I had to sit through a lot of shit that you were sitting through in our Ripping Retro watch party. I'm like, yep, none of this would happen.
Yeah, welcome to my world, Tyler.
I'm like, yep, none of this would fucking happen in 2024.
I mean, shit. I mean, you have fucking Jeff Jarrett putting women in figure four leg locks. I mean, you got a good housekeeping match. You got the kitchen sink thrown at him.
Now, that was funny. All right?
I mean, Chris Jericho is saying some questionable shit.
Completely dissed. Dude, every promo that Chris Jericho cut on Chyna when she was the IC champ would have got that man canceled this year.
Oh, for sure.
Would have gotten that man fucking canned.
Even though the one thing that still doesn't really make any fucking sense is how Chyna always somehow looks like she gets out of a fucking car crash on a weekly basis.
Oh my God.
That's still, but yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, she just got rolled over in a trash dump. Why she just got out of a burning fucking car?
To be honest,
and she was fine. And then the hand being busted by the hammer made sense.
But I will say this too, though. I mean, I will say this too. Yeah, I know the Attitude Era will not fly today, but I would say it did have its funny moments. Considering the fact that, yeah, you also had the hard R word uncensored a few fucking times, which is like,
I'm like, here's the thing. I think it's just Peacock completely forgetting to fucking bleep it out. They just completely forgot to bleep it out.
Dude, that's even this. Like,
I'm like, what?
I know, and I'm not going to say the word.
We're not going to say the word because we hate that word.
Because as Tyler said it best, we hate it. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, we heard it the first time. I was like, whoa. Like, if you go back to our first reaction to that, it's like, did I just not hear that?
And the thing is, though, the next episode, it was bleeped. Then the episode after that, it wasn't bleeped.
So, babe. All right. So, I don't know if you ever...
What? God. What do you mean by the what, Rob?
The hard R word. Not the N word, but someone that is mentally challenged.
Yeah, it's mentally challenged. The other words are mentally. Yeah, it's the other words.
It's the PG word.
Hold on. Let me speak, bro. It's literally just that word that means mentally challenged.
Yeah.
That's like usually a derogatory term.
Because what had to uncensored what? Two times?
Uncensored like 3 separate times.
It's like it makes me cringe, but at the same time, it still shocks the ever living hell out of me because it's like.
And then there was a pay-per-view, and then there was and get this is how bad that the women were sexualized as well. Get this, there was a pay-per-view where there was frontal nudity.
That I would say. I think once it's the early.
The Miss Kitty thing, where it was frontal nudity,
Oh God,
and they had to
yeah,
quickly change their fucking camera.
yeah, literally, like that's like, yeah, that was in the early '90s, like early to mid '90s.
It was no, that was late '90s. That wasn't mid '90s. It was the late '90s, like '99 or
Thank
'98
God,
or '99.
thank God, some of the pay-per-views I did not watch as a kid, and I'm glad for that.
And I'm actually happy that got fucking censored on Peacock.
And unfortunately, once we get to WrestleMania 16 or AKA WrestleMania 2000, that's a whole different conversation. It's so right.
Dude, it was blatant innuendo.
Like literally.
And
Because here's the
it was
thing,
like
it's
it was trying to be innuendo, but it wasn't even PG or innuendo. It was like PG-13 innuendo, where it was like her bits were covered, but she was still naked. But like there was like a shot where she's like holding like I think it was like piece of the outfit on her crotch.
Yeah, I think it was like a kitty t-shirt or something like
It
that.
was a kitty t-shirt, but where it was the cat was positioned, where the okay. You get it.
Yeah, like if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But we're gonna be covering that again.
God, for you guys' entertainment, because good Lord, like so far, for those who have kept up with the retro watch board, we sat through 3 terrible pay-per-views. That was Halloween Havoc '95, which for the lovable that is holy, that's like 3 hours I'm never gonna fucking get back.
Dude, if you watched, like, again, let me reiterate this because we did talk about this on like the previous episode. If you see the watch party for that show, you will see me progressively get more and more pissed off.
Like our reactions, like we look so disappointed.
Like, but here's the thing, though. I was progressively getting more and more pissed watching this shit.
Yeah, that is true.
By the main event, I'm like, turn this bitch off. We're done.
And here's the one thing that still doesn't make any fucking sense. How do you, first of all, I've never seen a title change hand via by disqualification, which is absolute bullshit.
I was like, that's fucking. Honestly, I think that's even more dumb than the freaking
monster.
That's more dumb than the Hell in a Cell ending in a DQ.
Yeah,
like, we never talk about.
Oh God, why? Like we don't talk about that.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. X-Pac fucking hated the shit.
Look, here's the thing: wrestling over time, over like say the last 30+ years, depends on who you're asking. We've seen a lot of questionable shit. Whether it's from wrestler like a guy like someone like Mick Foley, who, as much as I appreciate all he did, he says some questionable shit. It's like makes you want to laugh. It's like, dude, chill. I mean,
but the thing is, though, it's like, you know, back to what we were talking about, because we were on a tangent for a bit. We want like the edgier shit to come back when it comes to like blood. And like, you know,
I agree.
The storylines feeling like, you know, more realistic and more like a blood feud because there's blood in it. That's all I wanted back, and that's what we got back. And a little bit of the cursing, that's fine. Like, I've heard shit, I've heard bitch. Dude, last fucking Monday, this is what Rhea said. She called Dom a chicken tender
slut.
No bleeps on Raw. No bleeps. She called him a slut on TV.
Oh, side note. Interesting.
What other characters did he gimmicks from best to worst? Worst, gotta be fucking Dude Love. That shit sucked.
Yeah, I'll say no. God, worst is Dude Love it. Oh, crappy. I'm very debating.
I think the second best would be Cactus Jack, because he rarely ever used it. Only like in WCW, if you watch WCW back like the early '90s, and also he used it a bit in ECW, but in WWE terms, you know, he's only used it like twice, 3 times maybe, because he used it.
And well,
he used it. Hold on, he used it against Triple H. He initially used it before. Oh no, I think he used it like twice.
I think it's like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times. 2 were on like Triple H, and then like 1 was against Randy in 2005.
Yeah,
that was Backlash. Because that was
Backlash. Yeah, I was going to say
Backlash 2005. He used it. Or no, Backlash. Yeah, was it Backlash? No, it was Backlash.
I think it might have been 2005.
It was 2004.
2004. Okay. Isn't this no? Wait a minute. Who am I? Is it the same Backlash that had the flaming table spot? If my memory serves me right.
No.
Oh crap! No. What am I? Who am I thinking of? Or
no, the filming table spot was not at Backlash.
No, that was at WrestleMania, wasn't it?
That was WrestleMania. I think it was like WrestleMania 22. I would say, yeah, it was WrestleMania 22. That was against Edge. That was against Edge.
Okay. Because I remember he also used Cactus Jack Gibbon for that one, too.
Okay.
No, then again...
no, he wasn't Cactus Jack. He was
himself. Yeah, no.
He was himself.
Even though, Christ.
Even though later on in that whole storyline, they turned him heel randomly, which is stupid.
Yeah, which... Oh, God.
A heel Mick Foley? That's not going to work.
No, because the dude's a lovable... Everyone loves Mick Foley.
He's really like a teddy bear. Can't turn this man heel.
Mankind, you have not seen this man as Mankind over the years. Like,
I'm gonna say that's the best because let me. I'm gonna give you one match. It's the most iconic match of his Mankind run, and that's of course Hell in a Cell against Taker.
Was in 1997,
98
or 98. Sorry, I mean that's the same guy who had it. Fucking got tossed onto. Yeah, I mean the. Landing on concrete, but the table, well, at the time,
the concrete was there, but like the table kind of broke his fall.
Yeah,
but legit. The one thing that really took it over the edge was him going through the cage, busting his tooth. The tooth goes up, shoots out of his lip into his nose.
It was kind of fun.
Corner smiling.
And here's the thing too, and here's the funny part. That was not supposed to happen.
It wasn't.
But still turned out to be one of the most, honestly,
nowadays, they're like, we could do something with that. Now they rig it to where it is supposed to happen every time.
Yeah,
they rig it, but that the middle of the cage was supposed to be reinforced. It wasn't.
No, but it turned into one of the most iconic moments of that match in its entirety.
And the fact that this man was put on a fucking gurney because he was badly beaten the shit out of. No, I'm getting up. I'm coming back to the match. What the fuck?
Yeah, what I tell you, here another thing that I still remember about Mick Foley, the amount of unprotected chair shots to the fucking head in the I Quit match against The Rock. Oh God, that gives me a fucking headache.
I bet you amount of money. Rock was apologizing to this man a billion fucking times after.
I mean,
and to his fucking family who was there.
Yeah,
and was distraught. Like, no,
it's looking because of crazy too that The Rock has dealt like multiple severe chair shots. I mean, this is the same guy who fucking just yeeted a chair right into the face.
Well, that's on Ken Shamrock because Ken Shamrock said, "Laid it on me, bitch."
That's like, dude, it's like, dude, I would be hesitant. It's like, first of all, dude, like, I don't want to put.
What the fuck? Like, dude, just fucking hit me.
It's like if one shit goes wrong, I'm breaking your nose. It's that simple.
He's like, dude, I got money. Just lay it on me. I'll pay for the fucking shit.
And yeah, as the saying goes, I went to his. And that's another thing too. Like I want to touch on too. Like I'm so glad that we're so far removed from is the chair shots to the head. It's good lordy. We don't want to have.
Honestly, as much as I miss chair shots to the head, for like an aesthetic standpoint to make people bleed from the head and shit. The thing is though, it's like looking back on it, I'm like, do you know how much crazy CTE these wrestlers got from this shit?
Probably a shit ton.
Like, holy shit. Like, that's what killed Benoit. That's what killed other wrestlers.
I mean...
That's what fucking paralyzed other wrestlers. It's like, what the... Okay, like...
I mean, or the fact that Eddie... here's another one that I remember. When Eddie took his chair shot so bad to the head, he was not supposed to bleed that fucking much. It's like, good God.
The problem it wasn't the chair shot itself. He took it fine. It wasn't the chair shot from JBL. He bladed too deep. That was his fault.
It still makes me cringe. What's
supposed to happen? He's supposed to jab, twist,
and twist.
Jab and twist, pull. He went cut.
He put that son of a bitch deep.
He put it deep, and he's gushing. So they had to call an audible and make a storyline on SmackDown to where he lost so much blood, the rematch, he fainted.
Yeah. Like I
And
said,
people thought, and people are idiots sometimes because it's like, oh, that's where Eddie died. He didn't die there. It was a storyline. It was an 04. He died in
and
05.
it's
Get your facts straight. The thing
mm-hmm.
is, though, it's like the thing though, people like equate that to his heart being. No, it was a storyline because they had to call an audible there because it was like the night. I think it was like the Thursday after the pay per view.
Yeah, it was.
And he in the storyline he was sent to the hospital after No Way Out. No, I think it was No Way Out 04, Judgment Day 04. One of those two. No, it was Judgment Day because it was the first pay per view they've had because of Eddie's blade job. They had to make the rating on future streams that if you restream it, look at the rating. It ain't TV 14. It ain't TV PG. They went MA with the shit.
Yeah, they
Because
did.
how much blood Eddie had lost. And also JBL lost a considerable amount of blood too.
Yeah, I mean JB. Oh Jesus, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about J.
He was supposed to blade in that match too, and he did. So that was that car crash of a match is the reason why. If you restream that on Peacock or anywhere you get, the pay-per-views anymore, because now internationally it's not on WWE Network anymore. It's on Netflix. So if you're watching on Netflix overseas, look at the rating. I bet you amount of money it's TVMA because of that. That's the reason why it is.
And so it's kind of crazy too. And I do want to talk about Eddie a little bit too, because it's been almost 20 years without the dude.
It has been 20 years. We are in December.
And it makes me wonder, like, had he not had that heart attack.
It's almost 20 years because it's 2024, not 25. Oh.
Yeah, 25 will be 20. God damn. But yeah. Could you imagine the award? I could imagine the interaction that Eddie and Dominic would have. It's like,
man, he'd be like, "Yo, this whole thing is like me and China back in the day, man. You're killing it."
I mean, the fact that it's that, oh god, I couldn't imagine his reaction for Dom getting called a chicken tender slut. It's like, yeah, that's what I.
You know what he would probably do? He would point and laugh at the motherfucker.
And it's also kind of crazy.
Laugh at him like, "Ha, chicken dinner slut."
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with Eddie though. Like, this is what I've always appreciated. No matter it was a face or a heel, people still love. Like Eddie, I think this is one of those. It's like doesn't matter if he's a face or a heel. He's
even when he was a heel in 05, do you think the crowd was booing the man?
No.
They were cheering him. Even though the whole storyline was like, the whole storyline in 05 is like, I fucked your wife, Ray, and Dom is really my kid.
Yeah, and it's kind of how funny how almost what guys, but that was almost 20 years later.
Dude, that whole thing was that whole thing was nuts. It's like
great. One of the greatest. One of the greatest storylines I would say in the past 20 years.
It had some depth to it.
But
but it's kind of like batshit if you think about it.
Yeah, and it's also kind of crazy.
Instead of handling this shit in court,
that's like let's just battle it in the ring.
Whole custody battle. You know how wrestling storylines go?
Yeah.
Wrestling logic. Instead of handling custody battles in court, why don't you fight in a ladder match for a briefcase? Inside that briefcase is custody papers. Whoever grabs the custody papers gets custody of the kid.
And this is where the funny part has come in, since that. Like, even Ray talked about that. I'm not sure even Dom's my kid.
Yeah.
Because you can clearly tell that that's definitely Eddie's kid for sure.
Mm.
I mean, to an extent. I would say to
God damn, I'm spilling shit all over the fucking place now.
Damn.
Because coffee entered the side of my fucking mouth and came out as I'm drinking. Fucking dumb. Fuck. Anyway. But the reason why I don't think Dom is Eddie's son, even though they shockingly look familiar with the whole mustache and the mullet thing. That's just all that he's got going for. If you look at Ray's face and Dom's face, they got the same face, bro. Look at clean shaven Dom and Ray. Like younger Ray, like when he was unmasked in WCW. Look at that. That's Dom. That's Ray's kid. Trust me, that's Ray's kid.
So what a couple more things to go over as well, which I've
So Gail, you know how bad shit that fucking match was. The whole custody battle thing and
actually speaking of which, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed it. There throughout that match, even Vicky missed a few. I think I don't know if it was Ray or was
Eddie got pissed. You can hear.
Well, not just that.
Damn it, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, Vicky missed a few cues. It's like, oh, that's
he got mad. And he probably apologized. Like, I didn't mean to yell at you and shit like that, but you gotta listen to your cues.
Yeah, because good lord,
he was like, and you could tell he was legitimately mad because you hear it. He's like, "Damn it, you're supposed to be here. This was your cue." And I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, and I don't know if it was Ray who talked about that, or I don't know, it was Mike Chioda. I think it might have been Mike Chioda.
It was Mike Chioda. I remember Mike Chioda was talking about that. Ray never talked about it.
So speaking of Mike Chioda, actually, that's a perfect segue into this topic. But he was actually asked on about like who he would induct into the WWE Hall of Fame. One name that he said that was been overlooked. Tony Chimmel. Why the hell? So
wait, who? I can't hear because all this yelling going on.
So, legendary referee Mike Chioda has pitched an overlooked name that he would induct to the WWE Hall of Fame. When he was asked about it, who would he induct? Mike Chioda pitched a familiar name that has been overlooked at times. Ring announcer Tony Chimmel.
Damn fucking right.
I'm sorry, but I feel like Tony Chimmel never got the true.
Tony Chimmel never got the love that he deserved.
Yeah, because it's because you got Justin Roberts, Lillian Garcia.
Everybody forgets about him because it's like with their ranking, they're like, okay, we got Lillian Garcia, got Samantha Irvin, got Justin Roberts,
and then there's Tony Chimmel just right there on the back burner. It's like, I'm sorry, but that really does bug me a little bit because I've always liked
talking about like no one really talks about. No one really like if you like see people's rankings of like top 5 announcers, Tony Chimmel's name never gets freaking brought up.
And that's a shame because the dude had an amazing voice for.
And we're not shitting on people like Justin Roberts or Samantha Irvin or Lillian Garcia or any of those.
It's just like Tony Chimmel never got the true respect he really deserved.
Yeah,
and it's sad because it's like the dude. I mean, the dude also had dapper suits too. I mean, and unfortunately, God, the one embarrassing moment was him and the Fink. Does anybody remember that was a fucking thing?
There's a reason why that storyline lasted a month. It was bad.
Yeah, and Howard and the Fink was a heel. It's like, yeah, I and don't that's like
also, this. The thing is, though, that's another reason why that lasted a month. Like, I think it was like 2 weeks later, Chris Jericho turns on him. I'm like, yeah, that heel run sucked. But yeah, but yeah, it's like everybody like mentions other ring announcers and not Tony Chimmel.
Yeah, Tony Chimmel said, and this is basically what Mike Chioda said on his Money Melody podcast, saying, "quote I've always said I'd like to be the one to induct Tony Chimmel. He's announced for so many years, working tirelessly as part of the ring crew for an incredible 38 years.
Yeah,
I thought my 35 years were a long time, but Chimmel's 38 are just amazing. He did so much for the company in so many ways. His mentor was legendary Howard Finkel, who we all loved." End quote.
I just love how we announced his like Edge when he was that Radar Superstar gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
He was like that super like that shit like
yeah, like how he gets a bit of a higher pitch.
It was like that was the goofiest thing, but it was creative.
Yeah,
I was like that's like along the same lines of like fucking Samantha Irvin announcing Chelsea Green. Did. Chelsea Green, like that shit.
Yeah, which
come on, like it gives like the wrestlers their own flair, and Tony Chimmel also realized
He
it.
also did with the Undertaker too. Remember too,
The Undertaker,
he's like he was always drag out that R too. It's like
he made it like, oh no, it's a scary character, the Undertaker.
Like literally, yeah, exactly. That's why I've always, like I said, I think this is why I've always still consider Tony Chimmel one of the most underappreciated, obviously the most underrated at that.
Yeah,
that this company has ever seen.
I
mean, yes, you got the Fink, you had
the Fink, you had Lillian Garcia,
Justin Roberts, another one,
Justin Roberts for a bit, Samantha
who
Irvin,
else?
Alicia Taylor.
She's
all right.
Yeah, she's okay. Like
Mike Rome, he's just all right too.
Yeah, but I mean,
but as far as beloved ring announcers, Tony Chimmel's name never gets brought up,
and that's like I said, that's a shame.
Yeah, because it's like even back then, Tony Chimmel didn't get loved. Everybody preferred Lillian, which no hate to Lillian, she's phenomenal at what she does.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, I fucking love when she returned. Even though I was gonna miss Samantha Irvin dearly, I love when she returned.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, it's us for me. I always will put Tony Chimmel. I think for me, he's top 2 for me, or maybe top 3.
He's up there. He's up there
because it's like if you looked at the body of work that he's done, even through the was it the Attitude Era?
Wait, when he came in?
Yeah, what's it the Attitude Era?
Yeah, because I remember he was immediately placed. Well, I don't remember because I was little, but he was immediately placed on SmackDown, and he'd been on SmackDown for like years after that.
Yeah, that's right. He's been a long mainstay of SmackDown for years.
Yep, and then he retired, and then it was Justin Roberts after him.
That's right. Shit's about to hit the fan.
Dude, when he first said that, when he first fucking said that, I fucking died laughing.
Because it's like, because when I think of Justin Roberts, I don't think him ever dropping it as a curse word at all.
It's not that the cursing, it was just like the reaction, because he literally looked petrified, or kind of like, oh shit. And then he was like, shit's about to hit the fan.
But
like it's kind of like in a way he kind of breaks character.
He does, and that's what I've always, and that's why I still appreciate Justin Roberts too. Like he may not be like the most doesn't have the flourish as like say like a Lillian, Samantha Irvin.
He's entertaining.
He has an entertainment value.
But the thing is though, he also has a little bit of flair because he's like when he did Jon Moxley's entrance, he holds the John.
Yeah,
as long as he possibly can, and then he just has Moxley.
But yeah.
And then, and then the fact where there was like an inside joke with like Kenny Omega about being from like South Carolina or some shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm like, what the fuck is that all about?
I don't
know. And I'm like, you're like, do you watch Being the Elite? I'm like, no. I mean, I watched a few episodes, but that's about it. Apparently, there was a joke in that, and that's where that's from.
So, and last thing I want to kind of go over a little bit because there's not really much going on.
I got 3 more topics after that as well.
I got one right here. So, right. Obafemi, who for those who have not seen NXT, holy crap! Talk about a guy who came in fucking clutch at Deadline, which still shut the hell out.
This man hit a double move on 2 opponents, and honestly, this is the clutchest fucking thing he's ever done. I've never seen anybody in a multi-man Iron Man match even do this. He pinned both guys for 2 points.
And the fact that this man is going to be your soon-to-be NXT champion, holy crap! I feel bad for it.
But bro had the clutchiest fucking idea ever, and it worked.
And it's also kind of crazy too, like because we've seen a lot of different characters come and go, but when you look at Obafemi, I feel like he has I'm not trying to. How do I explain this?
All right.
Like a Black Panther type of vibe to him from the Marvel movies, if
Oh
that makes
yeah, he kind
sense.
of reminds me of what's his face.
And Manape from Mbaku is what I'm thinking of. Or
You're
then
talking
again,
about the big man, right? The big man in that
yeah,
movie.
that's Manape.
That's the
Yeah,
one I'm thinking of. Yep.
but NXT star Oba Femi has recalled a quote unquote difficult experience working with the main roster star, knowing that he was pushed to the limit, saying, "quote That is a lot of human being. You just don't know what you did there. You just unlock a hidden something in my brain, try to bury, and you just excavated it from the ground. That's a lot of man coming down on you. Pause. But yeah, he's a big man. So the starter in particular he's talking about is Otis. When I tell you this dude is ridiculous.
The man picked up Otis in that match. He picked him up.
I was like, dude, he made him look like a fucking small child.
I'm like, yeah, I am
And
convinced
why?
this
And
man's
this is
gonna
why
be
a
a
lot of
world
times y'all.
champion. I'm convinced this man's gonna be a world champion eventually.
I mean, shoot.
Trust.
Speaking of which, he will be part of a triple threat match on New Year's Evil. Oh God, I feel bad for Trick. As much as I love Trick to be NXT champion, but that belt's gonna go right onto Oba Femi.
I don't feel bad for Trick. You wanna know why? Once he drops that belt, main roster.
Because good lord,
He's ready. Trick Williams is ready. He's got the fans in the palm of his hand, by the way.
Yeah.
The fans love him. And look at the arena shows. He always gets a monster pop.
Yeah, and the crowd say
whoop that trick all the time.
Dude, and then he got booked.
From the floor to the handicap seats to the nosebleeds.
Like this dude is over.
In arenas. Like, come on. He's ready.
And, for sure. And I think another one that's soon to be ready, like I said, and that's going to Oba Femi. Because I'm intrigued of how when he gets that main roster call up.
Bro, every time he speaks, he gets the who. Like, you know, the what, like, you know how you have the what chants?
Yeah.
The crowds, every time he says the word who, like the grunt.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really fucking cool. Which I think he's close to. Like you said, he's close to being ready.
I say give him about a year, at least a year with the belt before he.
Yeah.
Before you call him up,
maybe give him do the fucking Trick Williams thing. Give him 2 reigns, separate.
True. Yeah,
2 separate reigns, and then we can call him up. Because I feel like that they kind of changed that whole thing, with Trick Williams dropping the belt the first time. Because we initially thought when he dropped the belt he was getting called up then, but he never did. Mm-hmm. Now he's getting a second reign. He's probably going to drop the belt again. Most likely he is, but they're going to screw him over. They're not going to screw him over.
This was Vince McMahon we're talking about.
If this was Vince, trust me when I say this. If this was Vince, he would be screwed.
Oh. Like, why do you think I've always worried for NXT calls when Vince was still around? Because
nowadays you don't have to worry about that, Kayla. You don't have to worry about that because Vince is not involved. Vince is not involved at all.
Thank God for that. But anyways, that's Tyrus. What is the other 3 topics on your agenda?
So Becky Lynch is joining a TV show. She is joining the cast of a new Star Trek show on Paramount Plus. It's called Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Huh.
So she's got a gig that she's booked up.
Okay.
So she won't be returning soon, but she's gonna be put on a TV show.
I mean, shit, that reminds me of can't think of the show because I mean I don't know if she had an appearance on one show or she just whipped somebody's ass or something like that. Oh God, that's really gonna.
What, Becky?
Yeah,
she was on that show Billions. She was a guest star as herself.
Okay,
she was a guest star as herself.
Okay, I know. I couldn't think of the show name.
She didn't beat anybody in that. She was just guest starring as herself, giving like a pep talk to like a few people that were working for Rock's company in that show.
Okay.
So she did do that show, but she's going to be doing this show on Paramount Plus.
I'm intrigued.
AEW is set to air on USA Network in Canada.
I did see that.
So
Yeah.
NBC has reached a deal in Canada to air AEW programming, which is shocking because in the States, of course, WWE is involved with that.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, WWE and Raw is going to be. It's still going to be fucking
Raw's going to Netflix there, and also SmackDown is on USA here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where they air it in Canada. Might probably be like a different fucking network. Probably it's probably on Sportsnet over there.
I would say it's probably Sportsnet because that's probably they're one of the major networks.
Yeah, probably Sportsnet. Now the last thing on my list of topics here, Saturday night's main event did pretty well.
Yeah,
it has garnered over the first special that aired earlier this month on the 14th. It garnered over 2 million viewers.
Not too shabby.
Not bad for a special on NBC. For a wrestling special, not bad. It honestly, I think it's better than Raw did or SmackDown did on Fox.
Yeah, and
because they could only garner like 1 million. I think they hit like 2 million, like twice.
Yeah,
but the first special on NBC, Saturday Night's Main Event, garnered 2 million viewers.
Yeah,
and I think it's also because of curiosity, and then bringing back a boatload of legends.
Yeah, that's also true. And plus, we haven't really seen this type of special since what, 2008?
Yeah, 2008. So Saturday Night's Main Event has not been used since 2008. So there was a curiosity. Also, and saying, "Oh, are they gonna make a different set for it? Because they usually do, which they kind of did."
I mean, it felt like we went back in time.
The ropes were red, white, and blue like they were in the 80s.
And the 90s. Logo was nostalgic.
The logo was the retro. The Legends return.
I mean, the fact you brought back Jesse the Body Ventura, I
think that was the big one. Why they got the viewers that they did was bringing him back. I think that was the reason why they were able to get that many.
And I'm kind of glad because you really didn't have much going on Saturdays anyway. So I mean, it kind of makes a lot of sense that way because you got. But I mean, it's like
the thing is though, it's like on a Saturday night, what are people doing? They're probably going out to like a movie or out to dinner. Shit. They're probably doing shit. So it's kind of shocking in a way to know that you have like 2 million people sitting at home watching this show.
Yeah, and he has more, and like I mean, you said it best. I mean, I'm kind of glad. Now, can we just keep this a continuous thing? Stop trying to the start-stop nonsense. That
I don't like it how it's like start-stop. But like the thing is though, I don't mind it. Being a rarity. Like to do one special of it, and then like a few months later they do another special of it if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad they're spacing it out a bit. Because I forgot when the next one is. I think it's like in February or January or whatever. January or February. Oh no, it's in March, I think. For Mania. They're gonna do it as part
of the road to WrestleMania.
Part of the road to WrestleMania, which is cool. I feel like they're gonna probably do it during a Big Four or a build to a Big Four.
Yeah.
I also think they did it because all the fucking marquee matchups that they had at their disposal, like Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, Chelsea Green and Michin potentially winning a title, a mid-card title, which is the first for the women.
Yeah.
Which Chelsea Green won. I fucking love it because I love her.
And we saw this past SmackDown that Michin, she has unfinished business.
Oh, she's pissed. But you have all these marquee matchups as well. It's like then you had Liv Morgan going up against Io Sky for the title.
Which, funny enough, actually I really enjoy that match because he actually let Liv Morgan win clean for a fucking change.
Yeah, she finally wins fucking clean. And
Like
the group,
shit.
the group didn't help at all, which was fine. But they're also building up them, blowing up.
Yeah.
So that's in the cards. But
I mean, because we all know because of the first domino to fall was JD and Finn losing the tag belts.
that was first domino, and she's starting to blame Finn and JD, and then they're bickering back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's become to the
Says,
point where it's like, all right, yeah, they're building up to blow up.
yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's like the show had a lot of marquee shit on it, so that's why that's also why it was successful. Now, my only gripe for Saturday night's main event is stop doing these don't do like 15 matches on one card or like 10
Yeah,
matches on one
that's
card in the span of like 3 hours, because it did feel kind of rushed towards the end.
yeah, and that's what my girl said too. Like the main event was just like a waste of time because of how rotten. Because obviously the only match
I feel like the main event was a waste of time. I do agree with that. It was because they let Meechin and Chelsea cook for so long in a 3 hour time window.
Oh yeah,
And then you gave the main event like what, like 10 minutes?
not even that.
Not even that. It felt rushed. And then like the ref had to break his own rule because the show was about to be fucking over in like a minute.
Yeah,
He had to
and
break his own rule and count from the outside of the ring.
yeah, and as much as I know it's as stupid as it sounds, it's like I mean, it's if you have to continue the story that way, I mean that's one way to do it.
But the thing is, though, they didn't even talk about it. They didn't even mention it.
Now, and that's where I think I need WWE next time when they do it. You got to be smart on how to plan this out.
I feel like they mismanaged the structure of the show because you're putting so many matches on a card in a 3 hour time window, which is short.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 3 hour time. It was a 2 hour time window. It's like around the same time as like SmackDown.
100%.
Now, I understand why you did it because you were going from 8 to 10 because of the news, and also
And then
you
you
had
got Saturday Night
SNL,
Live.
and then Saturday Night Live at like 11:30. So you didn't want to do too much with that. If you knew about this shit going into it, why did you put so many matches on a 2 hour show?
Yeah, because I know you can do a lot of it in 2 hours, but that was just poor time management.
It was poor time management for sure. It was, and the thing
I
is,
mean, it was a
though,
good show. Don't get me wrong.
and the thing is too, I feel like that final segment that they blamed it. Oh, it's just a social media thing to make it more realistic. No,
No, because like shit, like
you want to know the real reason why you didn't air the Power Driver and Kevin Owens going ape shit? It was because guess what? You ran out of time. You were probably planning on airing it, but the problem is
you
you
put too many.
put too much shit on a show that was 2 hours.
Yeah, and I hope, like I said, the next time when we do have Saturday Night's main event, please be smart with the time management because holy crap, because we don't.
Honestly, I don't think they have anything going on at like 7. So aired at like 7 o'clock. Go from 7 to 10. Make it a 3 hour show if you want to put that many matches on a show.
Yeah,
Make it a 3 hour show. Go from 7 to 10, and make it a 3 hour show. Make it a 3 hour show. Go from 7 to 10. The news, Saturday Night Live. That's it.
100%.
The thing is, though,
Because
what?
Because now you can actually get a lot more shit onto the show and have better time management ahead of time. It's like now you actually have a show that actually,
yeah, exactly, because you got more hours to work with,
and it'll run a lot more smoother.
Yeah, it'll go a lot more smoother. The main event will be rushed as hell. Get out because it was.
Yeah, because I will admit this too. I lost interest in the main event.
Honestly, I was like, at the end of it, I'm like, yeah, I didn't care. Like, it was cool. The presentation was cool. Bringing back the Winged Eagle, which I kind of hope they could have, kept it.
Which,
I mean,
and it's kind of funny too. I actually don't want. That's going to get defended in the ladder match.
Wait, Wing Diggle?
Yeah, because Cody.
It's not a one-off. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh yeah, and that was like. I'm sorry, but look, that's
best lie you ever told Triple H.
I guess so, because here's because if you ever watch that remaining segment on SmackDown, like that's like Nick told Kevin, said, "Look, you better hand that over, or you're never going to see." But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, though.
But I think they're doing what Moose did. If you think about it, because remember he brought back the old TNA.
Yeah, because the current one they had,
he was delusional. He was a delusional here, saying, "I'm the real champion."
Yeah, because like,
and you know what TNA fucked around and did, Rob? They brought the belt back.
Yeah, it was like a permanent mainstay because, good lord, because the Impact World Champion looked fucking bland as shit.
And the thing is, though, I think that he's doing that because guess what? The current WWE title looks bland as fuck.
Now,
like I said, was better.
I would say you just need a bit of a modern touch to the damn thing, but besides that,
do you know what they did for that? Do you know what they did? Do you know what they were doing with that?
Shoot,
that's not a real title.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's like that looks shit.
Belt. They were using it.
It's like that's not because like if that was like the real thing, like you could see the wear and tear.
Bro, on the it's not that you can see the. It looks small as shit on.
Cody. Yeah, it looks so fucking small.
It looked like a toy because it was a toy.
I was like, what the?
They probably laughed.
Because here's the thing, I didn't notice how small it was till I saw people talking about it on social media. It's like, nah, that makes perfect
sense. Is though, it looked like they got that shit out of Walmart's toy section.
God, yeah, that's true.
Like it was a replica, so of course it was gonna look.
Yeah, and it looks like a bad replica at that. If you. And
I'm gonna tell you this, Kayla. I think that big W is just an eyesore.
Yeah,
it's an eyesore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous at the end of the day.
And the fact that you made it gold makes it worse.
Now, if it was gold with a different design, we wouldn't even have the conversation.
Hell, if it was even the 2003 belt that they had for a short time,
which was nice and simple.
It just looked like a world title. It was fine. Now the spinner belt was okay for what. And
that shit was a fucking hot commodity too, if you were a kid too. So I mean, then again, even though as much as I shit on it,
I couldn't even find one. Every time I went to a Walmart,
that shit was already fucking sold out.
Sold out. Fuck.
Now the only one belt that was a fucking monstrosity that was a spinner belt. That was a fucking United States Championship that nobody asked for.
We've already covered this, and I've already said this. Thank God JBL burned that button.
Oh God.
I'm so fucking glad JBL decided to say fuck
you. Dude, I just had a freaking rant. I just had a random.
Hold on, brother. I'm so glad that he took the title off, put it in a trash can live on the second on SmackDown, and blew that bitch up.
Yeah. Oh, because good lord,
that shit was butt ass ugly.
Oh God, and you thought that was bad? The one image I had in my head, if John Cena, if they wanted to push him to the IC belt, oh God, I could have seen him ruining the IC belt, making that shit a fucking spinner. Do you know how bad that's gonna look?
Honestly,
oh my God,
it's kind of halfway. He could kind of see it happening. Because it looks like it needs to spin.
Like, Jesus, that scares me. Just the thought of a spinning IC belt, which already had the IC or the United States belt.
But the thing is, though, look at the later years of Cena. He stopped doing that shit because he wanted the WWE title again when it was the big W. He wanted the US title again when it was back to its original design.
Yeah,
he never changed it.
My God. Oh yeah, which God,
I kind of hope that he did change the big ass, ugly ass W back to the spinner belt, but that's just me.
Well, that's true. But 2025 is gonna fucking suck.
Oh my god, the end of that
This
year is
is
gonna
gonna
kill
hurt.
me.
I'm
And that
not
year's
ready
gonna
for this,
fucking kill.
man. But anyways, though,
The nostalgia trip I'm gonna feel from a fucking full-fledged John Cena run. And then it ends his career at the end of the year. God, it's gonna kill me.
And the fact when he announced that he was retiring, say, well, all childhoods are gonna be fucking.
What kills me, watching that clip back of hearing him saying that he announced his retirement. Listen to the crowd.
Yeah, you can tell that's like
that crowd fucking collectively fucking gasped
because it's like,
oh my damn.
Because like Cena's is one of those guys. Like a lot of people have seen her. Yeah, even when he wore the yellow pants on Velocity. Good God, I wish I forget the. Remember he wore those.
Watches Velocity, so I don't.
Unfortunately, I did when I was fucking bored as a kid. If I needed my wrestling fix, which.
I mean, you're talking to the same guy who watched Sunday Night Heat, even though it was shit.
I was saying Sunday Night Heat had its moments.
Did have its moments. I do agree.
But it wasn't really the greatest by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, because you had like.
But just seeing
you had lower level talent on that show. So it was like.
Yeah, it was like a fucking like what made like it was like a televised.
But we were fucking kids, Rob.
That is true.
We were kids.
Because now when you look back at Velocity, both Velocity and Sunday Night Heat, it's basically what main event is on television. If you think about it,
it's main event. It's basically main event. You have a lower level.
And just seeing, God, now part of my fucking childhood heart is broken now.
The thing is, though, it's going to shatter at the end of 2025.
Yeah, and dude, and if I'm gonna be
we're both gonna be crying on stream.
Dude, I'm gonna be camped down and as like because I mean shit, I've already cried once on this on this show. Once before.
Yeah. Dude, I am going to be a fucking mess at the end of that year.
That's like shit. I mean, look, when The Undertaker retired, like I kind of knew it, but a part of it kind of hurt.
When he retired, I was sobbing when he retired.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I was like, damn, the childhood's ending. I sobbed when he was in the Hall of Fame. I sobbed when fucking Edge retired and then came back. I cried.
And dude, I'm sorry, but when Edge came back in 2020, like that made a lot of grown men cry.
Yeah, I'm one of those grown men. So
I mean, I would admit that
I'm one of those grown men, bro.
And it's also kind of crazy too. Like a lot of our because think about it too, who knows how much more Randy Orton has left in the tank.
Randy,
I would say Randy's is going to sting a little bit, but it's not as to the point where as a guy like John Cena. In a sense,
honestly, in a way, I agree because Randy, for me back in the day, I thought Randy was just I was a kid. The majority of his time when I was a kid, he was a heel, so I kind of hated his ass.
Yeah, the fact that's the same man who freaking had the RNN promo segments. If everybody remembers, that was a fucking thing.
They tried to make him a goof. The thing is, though, they tried to make him a goofy ass heel. It didn't work. So they put him with Evolution, and then that fucking.
That fucking skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed his fucking career.
And now it'd be soon.
And the thing is, too, Triple H explaining to the Evolution members, obviously not Rick, but the other two, Batista and Orton, come with me if you want to be stars.
And we saw
Triple H was right.
Even though obviously his younger days where he was just a complete fucking asshole.
Yeah, I think around like Evolution and then like up to like 06.
He finally wised up like shit.
I think he was trying to make Randy and Batista because he was like, come with me if you want to be stars, and they both ended up eventually being stars.
And then soon to be Hall of Famers at the end of the day.
Yep. Honestly, Batista should be a Hall of Famer, but then he kind of backed out because he was booked with movies and shit. Because WWE wanted to induct him.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on WWE to ask him again.
Now the question is, that's the one thing I kind of want, like a last topic of discussion. When John Cena gets into the WWE Hall of Fame, who's going to induct him though? That's my biggest question.
I would honestly but I don't know if that'll work because he's in AEW now. I would say Edge, but AEW won't allow it. So second
I think
best,
who else is closer to Cena? I mean, you have Edge.
Randy.
I mean,
Randy. Right,
yeah,
because they had the best feud from 07 to 09.
Oh, for sure.
The best feud. Because we saw fucking Psycho Randy around those years.
Yeah, when he's
kicking his fucking dad like he was a fucking football.
I mean, shit, the best moment I remember from Randy when he did the punt kick was to Vince McMahon. Dude, I was fucking happy. I was a happy kid back then.
In the day. Now you can think about him like, was Randy really a heel here? No, not really.
I mean, dude, this is like the same man who fucking kissed 70.
Literally. Heel shit. That was some heel
like,
shit.
Dude, that was just like cross it. Like,
the fact that he fucking handcuffed Triple H to the fucking rope. He lays out Stephanie with the fucking DDT off the second rope like he usually does. He looks Triple H dead in his eye sockets, okay? Dead in the eyes. Kisses his fucking lifeless wife in front of him.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh shit.
And also too, remember this also extended to Triple H now pulled a house invasion angle.
Oh my god.
That
was when that was a week later.
Yeah, that was like Jesus. Like literally, like if you talk about a feud that was personally, Triple H and Randy really much defining what it took to be what lengths it would take.
This man posted up at Randy Orton's fucking house with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, when I tell it, like, yeah, as Tyler said, it's like if you're talking about want to kill somebody,
he was going to kill that.
Just look at this feud, guys. God, how long did this feud last? What? Didn't last that long, did it?
It wasn't really like a long feud,
which kind of sucked because I mean you had like money right in your damn hands and just slipped.
But even though I don't think the feud was long. Even though it wasn't that long, it was a good ass feud. It was memorable.
It definitely was.
It was memorable.
And as we all said, Randy in 2009 was just fucking different.
My God.
I mean, this is the same man who fucking bitch slapped fucking John Cena.
The funniest moment of Randy's Psycho run was him trying to work the pyro, and he got so mad he pressed every fucking button off.
I was trying to kill John. It was like, damn it.
He was like, why ain't it working?
But I mean, still, now that kind of brings me to another point. But then again, I can see Triple H kind of, and now that I think about it, I can see Triple H do double induction if you want to do Randy Orton and both Batista.
I think who should do Batista's, because I feel like Triple H and Batista were closer.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Has to be Triple H because also Batista put his trust in Triple H to end his career. Back in 2018, because he came back only to have a feud with Triple H because he asked Triple H, "Look, man, I want to do movies full time now. I want you to retire me because I trust you. We're friends, we're buddies. I want you to retire me."
Oh yeah.
So I feel like Batista and Triple H were closer in that regard. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Triple H should be the one to induct Batista.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense that way.
Because, again, they're legitimately best friends, so.
And, yeah. Now, Randy, on the other hand.
Randy, it should be Cena. Because, again.
Yeah, I mean.
Again, because Randy Orton and Cena, even though they had that feud, legitimately off TV, the ones that have the best feuds are the ones that are best friends off TV. And they're best friends.
100%.
You saw when fucking Randy and Cena were cutting up outside the ring where fucking Cena got jump scared by Pyro and Randy was just laughing at him.
Yeah.
Like, it was like last year when he returned.
But, yeah.
And he laughed at him because he got jump scared by Pyro.
Yeah, but Anyways, though, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up. Episode 85 of the It's Funny podcast. Good Lord, it's good to be back.
Yes, it is.
I feel a lot better than before. And obviously, yes, and hope like I said, for all our content creators out there, hope you guys had a really good reset and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hope you guys.
Oh, excuse me.
I hope other content creators do what we do and like don't stream on Christmas. I mean, if you want to, you can. But if you want to like be more family oriented with like being like hanging out with your family or and shit like that for like the holidays and shit, like take a break. Chill with the homies. Chill with the family.
Oh, ew, God, my breath stinks now. Oh God, dude, that shit smells like fucking vomit. Oh God!
What the hell did you do?
I don't know what the fuck I ate, man. What the fuck?
Did you burp something?
Dude, my breath smells like fucking Mountain Dew mixed with fucking chimichangas, and it smells like fucking barf. I kid you not.
What the fuck?
Like the one thing that's and that's another thing too. That's another thing. First stream back, I almost make myself vomit.
Here's the thing, Rob. I hope you're good. I hope you're good for one.
Dude, oh God.
But at least you didn't have a brain fart and mess up words today.
Yeah, that's so surprising.
That's surprising as hell. Nobody messed up words. Nobody screwed up one time.
Yeah, but
now,
dude, it's like as we said, minus that little rambling. But it's good to be back here on this YouTube space. Sunday, will be another edition of the Retro Watch Party, and probably on Monday, you will see a stream schedule getting put out, for the week, as well. So I haven't really done one. Well, and the reason why we haven't really done one because obviously it was holiday season. Plus, I was sick as a dog for the last week.
Also, my dumb ass, on a few occasions, kind of didn't want to do the Retro Watch Party a couple weeks before that.
Yeah. Which was, and for me, I understand. I was totally understand.
Because I feel like the last few weeks we kind of like ran into like this burnout period where it's like, all right, I don't feel like
I was like, I don't want to do nothing.
I don't want to do nothing. I want to chill, watch football, or watch something else. I don't want to focus on streaming this week or whatever. Like things like
plus,
that.
Too, by the time that Sunday came around, it was start of the holidays. It was Christmas week.
Yeah, it was Christmas. Why did I say Christmas? There it is. Fuck.
There it is. Somebody had to fuck up, and luckily it ain't me.
We were due. I jinxed it.
You jinxed yourself, motherfucker.
Fuck. It was Christmas. It was Christmas, y'all. And yeah, we didn't want to do a retro stream that week.
Mm-hmm. And plus, too, two things. And like I said, Tyler said it best too. The two things that kind of really happened was Christmas week. Plus, at the same time, like we don't do anything on the holidays. Number three, I was sick for over a week. Tyler knows that better than anybody how bad.
I said earlier on the stream, trust me when I tell you this. He FaceTimed me maybe like 3 times out of the week last week. Every single time, he sounded like dog poo. It was bad. It was bad. Oh my God.
But I mean, all I can say is I'm glad I'm 100%. So I also have like a lingering jaw cough here and there, which y'all probably heard a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I'm not. At least it hasn't really been as bad like the last year and a half. I mean, at this point in time, yeah, I do get sick really bad at this time of the year, which I kind of fucking hate. But it is what it is. But other than that, out of the rambling, appreciate you guys hanging out with myself and Tyler on a return. We'll be back at it again tomorrow for WCW Retro Watch Party. Tyler, what?
Retro, get it out, buddy.
Shut up, asshole. You're the one who fucking messed up on Christmas.
Okay. So I mean, I missed a letter. Okay, shut up.
But tomorrow, Around 7 o'clock Eastern time will be another edition of the Retro Watch Party for WCW Nitro. After that, there will be no stream on Wednesday because is that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
Is it New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve?
I think it is New Year's Day.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's New Year's Day.
Oh, it's New Year's Day. Yeah, we're not doing that.
So there's no streams.
New Year's Eve, Rob, whenever that is.
Yeah, that's
Monday. I don't really feel like doing Raw that week because New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve's Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? I looked at my calendar. I swear it said Monday.
Yeah, no, Tuesday's New Year's Eve. So we can push NXT back.
Dude, it is. Dude, what the fuck? Okay.
And perfect timing too.
Right, I am stupid. I looked at the wrong fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, we push NXT back to next week, which that's actually perfect timing to do New Year's Eve, anyways. So I mean, so Tuesday and Wednesday. It's gonna we're gonna be off for a couple of days because obviously it's New Year's. I'm probably gonna get fucking high and drunk at the same time.
I'm probably just gonna. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
And probably New Year's and probably have sauerkraut and pork as tradition as well. Anyway, so appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Peace.